Hi everyone, today we are going to increase your TOEIC score. We are going to look at 4 key tips that will help you get that score from a 700 to a 750 or an 800 to an 850. We are going to increase your score with 4 tips. So let's get started. Tip number 1, understand different conditional forms. We think of a conditional as if, subject, verb. But there are different ways. You can say as long as, so long as, providing, and provided. These can equal if. Let's look at some examples. I can say as long as or so long as I pass the final exam, I will be able to graduate this year. This means if I pass the final exam, I will be able to graduate. Notice as long as, so long as, subject verb, comma, subject verb. So after these, you need a subject verb. Next, provided the service is completed on time, the company will receive a 10% bonus. This equals if the service is completed on time. Notice when you use provided or providing as a conditional, you have subject verb after it. Then you have another subject verb. Let's look at a couple TOEIC examples. Okay, so here's the question. First, we do not have a subject before minimize. Therefore, we do not have subject plus verb. So we can immediately eliminate B and C. That's great, based on grammar. You need providing subject verb, or so long as subject verb, subject verb. That's why B and C are gone. Now we will eliminate instead. Get rid of instead. We use instead at the start of a sentence, and when you use that, you need instead of noun or instead, comma, subject verb. So D, you're gone. So the answer here is in an effort to. This means in order to. Let's look at one more question. She will be given the job of vice president blank she finishes her master's degree. Well, this is a replacement for if. If she finishes her master's degree, she will be given the job. Well, let's eliminate A. So long as is okay, but not so long. Let's eliminate B. Providing is okay, but not provides. And during is followed by a noun. So the only answer is D, as long as subject verb. The next tip, number 2, be aware of imperative. Sometimes TOEIC sneaks them in. An imperative is an order, but the subject and should is removed. For example, you should clean your room. The imperative is clean your room. Notice the subject and should is removed. Here's a few more examples. You should call me later equals imperative, call me later. You shouldn't eat that. Imperative, don't eat that. Now, sometimes TOEIC will sneak these in. So let's look at an example. Okay, here we have 2 clauses. The second clause is if anything is unclear. But let's look at the start. Your supervisor's emails as quickly as possible and ask questions. Many people immediately pick D because they think they need a subject at the start of the sentence. They think they need a gerund. This is true if there is a verb that follows. Here is an example. Replying to your supervisor is strongly recommended. Is the verb. Not replying to your supervisor can cause problems. Cause is the verb. However, let's look at this TOEIC sentence. Your supervisor's emails as quickly as possible. There is no verb. We don't have a verb. Therefore, this is an imperative. We are saying you should reply, but we take out you should and we have reply. So reply to your supervisor's emails as quickly as possible. Okay, the next tip, be aware of those who. Here's an example question. Okay, those who equals people who. Remember, people is plural. So let's look at how to get this answer. First, anyone and everyone is considered singular. Therefore, the present tense verb after it will have an S. For example, everyone wants it, not everyone want it. Or anyone is able to do it, not anyone are able to do it. So for this question, you would need anyone who wishes, because we're saying anyone is one. So he wishes, she wishes, it wishes, not anyone who wish. The same is true for an employee. This is singular. Therefore, you need wishes. Though is just wrong. The only answer is those who wish, which is people who wish. Who equals people. People is plural. We are saying they. We don't say they wishes, we say they wish. So when you see those who, remember, those is considered plural. So you need the correct verb form. Okay, so the last tip is read the whole sentence and be aware of prepositions later on. Let's look at an example. Now, if we only look at the start of the sentence, we could have A, B, C, or D. For example, I requested the institution, or we adopted the institution. So without reading the whole sentence, we just have a 25% chance. But let's look at the rest of the sentence. Now, it says, hopes to blank the institution with a. When we use affiliated as an adjective, we often say affiliated with. It is a common collocation. It means connected with, has a relationship with. For example, a politician can be affiliated with a certain party. So when we look at this situation, the hospital wants to connect itself with a good partner. The hospital wants to affiliate itself or affiliate the institution with a partner. So the most important word here is with, because we know affiliate with. One more example. All right. Notice the of. It is not by. It is of. Now first, eliminate A and D. These are both countable nouns. You would need a before them. A critique. A criticism. So we don't have an a, so A and D, you're gone. Second, eliminate C. This is a passive verb. Somebody criticizes something. Something is criticized by someone. They find mistakes in it. However, of is our biggest clue. Critical of is a collocation. If you are critical of something, you find and say what is bad about it. You find the mistakes in it. For example, many people criticize the current leader. The leader is criticized by people, but many people are critical of the current leader. So that of is your biggest clue. So when you have these tough questions, make sure to look for clues after the blank. Look at the whole sentence. Okay, I think your TOEIC score is going to increase. These tips can really help you out. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day and best of luck with TOEIC.